Hi folks, this is Martin, and I'm going to start today off by saying I do not have COVID-19. At 8 minutes past 1 this morning, I had notification to say that I was COVID-free, that I hadn't tested positive for COVID. So that's a bit of relief. Obviously still a bit concerned. I'm still getting very breathless when I'm walking anywhere, talking anywhere, that sort of thing, and I've still got a bit of a cough. But at least it gave me a chance to take the bins out today and to go and get some medication that I needed. So that's the first thing. Right, the second thing, as you know, I'm building Stig a new vivarium, and I'm making him a background out of polystyrene. I'll turn the camera around in a minute. I'll turn the camera around now and get up. I am wearing my trousers. Don't forget your trousers, as you say. Right. So, as you can see... Oh, I haven't turned the camera around. Right, turn the camera around. And what we can see, there we go. This is pretty much all the polystyrene has been added onto the background now. So, to be honest, I've just stuck this down with kids' PVA glue. Which, as you can see, hasn't really done the job. I've got some silicone, so I'm probably going to load up silicone in that. There we go. So this is, okay. Now, I spent loads of time yesterday mucking about. I made a bridge, I made another support, and then basically just gave up with it. So we've got here, this is going to be his main basking area. Bit concerned about that. It doesn't seem to be particularly stable. I may have to put another piece underneath there, if you can see it, just to give it some strength. And we've got another sort of basking area over here, which is in the cool area. Now, here we've got our Neos Smart Cam, which I really do like. These are great little cameras. Great day and great night. What I've done, it basically sticks on with a magnetic thing, and I've put just a couple of command strips there. Now, I've actually given it a shelf as well. I'm not sure if it's going to stay on there or on the shelf. Might end up going on the shelf because I think I probably can get better coverage of the vivarium there. And we've got another little shelf here. Not quite sure why I just stuck there. It's just there, and I thought, you know what, I don't really want to waste it, so I just stuck it there. As you can see, some of the tiles I haven't roughed up at all. To be honest, with this cough, not knowing if it's COVID or anything, as I said before, polystyrene fumes are dangerous. That might have actually been what's given me this cough, to be honest. Even though I'd had the cough before I started doing this. So what we're going to do next is we're going to apply a mortar. Basically, mortar is basically Portland cement, basically. It's a Portland cement and water. So very thin, watery paint. Slap this stuff on. I'll take you over here, and this is basically what I've done. This is what I've done to this. Now, this was made out of paper clay, which was basically just newspaper, PVA glue, left to dry out, and then I've just slapped on with a paintbrush some mortar. And as you see, I really like this. I really like the finish. It's taking a while to dry out, but I'm not really worried about that because I want it to dry. I don't want there any nasty fumes or anything coming out. So that's what we're going to do to the background there. And then once it's dried out, we're going to paint it, and then we're going to seal it. I'm not quite certain what I'm going to seal it with yet at the moment. A lot of people are saying just use silicone. Problem is silicone, I find silicone's too thick. Other people have said use like a marine varnish. Not certain. I'm going to do some more research on that and then decide. We did the lighting yesterday, so the lighting is pretty much all installed. Just got a little bit of cable management to finish off. I need to find my little hacksaw out so I can cut some holes. That goes. Right, so that takes us on to moving swiftly on to this. Now then, I was talking to one of my colleagues at work the other day, and he said, "Oh, I wish I'd spoke to you a couple of weeks ago. I've got a vivarium I'm throwing away. Would you like it?" And at the time, I wasn't certain what I was going to do with Stig's vivarium. So I went, "Yes, please." And this is what's come today. There we go. So many thanks to Glenn, who's a driver where I work. We've got this beautiful vivarium. Well, it's okay. It's obviously seen better days. It needs stripping out. Sadly, it's just a little bit too small for a bearded dragon, even though it's huge. It's 4 foot wide, 3 foot, well, 39 inches high. So it's just over 3 foot high, but it's only 21 inches wide. Now, adult bearded dragon needs a minimum size vivarium of 4 foot, 2 foot by 2 foot. Yes, I've got the extra height there. I don't know. I really don't know. I would love to put Stiggy in there, or maybe another bearded dragon. I really don't know. So I'm not quite certain what we're going to do with this yet, but these shelves, they've got reptile carpet on, so that needs to be stripped. We've got lino on the floor, again, that needs to be taken out and stripped. We've got some polystyrene rocks. I can see they've not been coated in anything. So the polystyrene is starting to come through. So they need treating, and then basically recovering and whatever it is they're covered in, and then sealing off. The background, I do like the background. And I think, to be honest, I might keep that background, but what I might do is I might make some polystyrene bricks to stick on there, to make it look a little bit more natural. So that needs a good clean out. It needs washing down. It needs sterilising. Steam cleaning and then sterilising, sorry. The outside of it is just white melamine, which I don't really like. What I'm going to probably do with that is paint it. I've got some, I'm going to say shabby chic paint. I've got some quite a nice grey. I think that'd be quite nice painted in this grey. Get rid of the white. The vents. Now, the vents, I'm quite impressed with these vents. Especially as I bought a couple of ventilation fans for Stig's big digs over the way there. I was going to send them back because I didn't think they weren't fit for purpose for what I wanted. But depending on what goes in this, they would be perfect. They're the perfect vent size for... they are the perfect size for the vents on here. And of course, that then takes me to the question is, what do I put in this? Now, I did see a lovely baby leatherback beardie. But again, the question is, they need to be at a 4 foot 2 by 2 vivarium minimum. I don't know if the extra height, I don't know. The general opinion seems to be that it must be a minimum 4 foot 2 foot by 2 foot. It's the floor space, you see. And like I say, yes, this is 21 inches wide at its widest point. But if you take the floor space, you haven't got as much floor space. So, not certain what we're going to do with that. Another option is some leopard geckos, maybe. Somebody's mentioned some tree skunks. Somebody's even mentioned a snake. But I've never really been into snakes. I really don't know. It's a great vivarium. And it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. I might even land up tightening it up, pimping it up, and then possibly selling it. I really don't know. I really like it. It's huge. Don't know where I'm going to put it if I do keep it. Like I say, I'll be getting rid of Stig's smaller vivarium in a couple of weeks' time. And it would fit where his smaller vivarium is. I just have to find somewhere else to put the telly. To be honest, not a problem. I don't really watch the telly, so I don't really know. So there we go. How is the Stig boy today? Today, he's actually taking himself off into his little house I built him. But I'd noticed the last couple of days, checking his viv temperatures, that his viv temperature had been getting up to about 44, 46 degrees, which is too hot. So I turned the thermostat down. I think I must have turned the thermostat down because his basking temperature was down to 38. So whether he's not been warm enough today or he's just been taking himself off to hide because of all the comings and goings today and the banging around, but he's sitting quite nicely in the front of his house, sort of watching the world go by. So I'm hoping that's just the case of it. It's, these animals don't like stress, they don't like relocation, they don't like change. You know, and I'm already looking forward to a couple of weeks of him not talking to me when I move him over to his big vivarium. I mean, to be honest, as much as I'd almost thought about, you know, let's pimp this other vivarium here and move him in that, because that'd be better for him than where he's in at the moment. And to be honest, it wouldn't take that much to do it. The UVB tube I've got in there, I could put it in there, you know, and I'm thinking, well, do I really want to put him through 2 lots of relocation stress? So I've decided I'm not going to. So Stig, you've got to stay in your small little house at the moment. It's probably going to be another, like I mentioned before, a couple of weeks before he goes into his bigger Stig house. And in the meantime, not quite sure what I'm going to do with this beast of a vivarium here. I really do like it, and I think I could do good things with it, but just quite what do I put in it? Like I say, I've never been a fancier of snakes. I don't know. Like I say, there's all sorts of things you can put in there, but the main thing, I think we need to get Christmas out of the way. So I think what I'm going to do is strip it, paint it, and then leave it till after Christmas, tuck it away somewhere, and then we'll have another look after Christmas and see what we do. As you can hear, like I say, I haven't got COVID, but there we go, something's not right. Anyway, speak to you soon. Bye-bye.